सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम मनी बिल। मनी बिल होता क्या है? तो सबसे पहले जो आर्टिकल हमें याद रखना है वो है आपका आर्टिकल 110। कौन सा? आर्टिकल 110 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डील्स विद द डेफिनेशन ऑफ मनी बिल। जैसे कि आधार जो है आपका मनी बिल में डालकर पेश किया गया था। इट स्टेट्स दैट अ बिल डीम्ड टू बी अ मनी बिल इफ इट कंटेन्स ओनली प्रोविजन डीलिंग विद ऑल और एनी ऑफ द फॉलोइंग मैटर्स। तो क्या क्या है देखते हैं। सबसे पहले यहाँ से क्वेश्चन बना हुआ है पीटी में। तो इम्पोजिशन, abolition, remission, alteration and regulation of any taxes, regulation of the borrowing of money by union government, the custody of constituted fund of India or the contingency fund of India, the payment of money into the withdrawal of money from any such fund, the appropriation of money out of the consolidated fund of India, declaration of any expenditure charged upon the consolidated fund of India। तो यहाँ देखिए consolidated fund of India and contingency fund of India इससे रिलेटेड है, टैक्सेस से रिलेटेड। तो आधार कैसे मनी बिल बन गया? कुछ डिफरेंस चेंज किए थे ये लोग। Now, receipt of money on the account of Consolidated Fund of India or public account of India or custody or issue of such money or audit of the account of the union or the state. Any matter incidental to any of the matter specified above. However, bill is not deemed to be money bill by reason only if that it provide for the imposition of fines or other pecuniary penalties, demand or payment of fees for license or fees for service rendered। ये सब कंडीशन नहीं होगा। The imposition, abolition of remission, alteration, regulation of any tax by any local authority or a body for local purposes, तो ये सब आपको मनी बिल में नहीं आए। Now एक अलग स्टेटमेंट है, if any question arises whether a bill is a money bill or not, the decision of the speaker। कौन है यहाँ पे? सुप्रीम कौन है यहाँ पे? स्पीकर है। The decision of the speaker of Lok Sabha is final. His decision in this regard cannot be questioned in any court of law or either House of Parliament or even the President। यहाँ देख रहे हैं क्वेश्चन, any court of the law or any either House of the Parliament or even the President, कहीं नहीं जाएगा। When a money bill is transmitted to Rajya Sabha for recommendation and presented to President for assent, the Speaker endorses it as money bill। The Constitution lays down a special procedure for passing of a money bill in the Parliament। A money bill can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha and that too on the recommendation of President। और ये जो बिल होता है can only be introduced by a minister। So after a money bill is passed by the Lok Sabha, it is transmitted to the Raj Sabha for its consideration। The Raj Sabha has restricted power with regard to a money bill। It can only reject or amend the bill। It can only make the recommendation। तो यहाँ पे हमें जो याद रखना वो है 14 days clause, उससे ज़्यादा वो लोग रख नहीं सकते। Whether with or without recommendation, the Lok Sabha can either accept or reject all or any of the recommendation of Raj Sabha। If the Lok Sabha accept any recommendation, the bill is then deemed to have been passed by both the houses in the modified form। If the Lok Sabha does not accept any recommendation, the bill is then deemed to have passed by both the houses in the form originally passed by Lok Sabha without any change। If the Raj Sabha does not return the bill to the Lok Sabha within 14 days, the bill is deemed to have been passed by both the houses in the form originally passed by Lok Sabha। Thus, Lok Sabha has more powers than Raj Sabha with regard to money bill। On the other hand, both the houses have equal powers with regard to any ordinary bill। में दोनों के पास they have equal power, but in respect to money bill, Lok Sabha has the higher power or supreme power। Finally, when a money bill is presented to the president, he may either give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent to the bill, but cannot return the bill for reconsideration of the house because it was initially passed by the president। Normally, the president gives his assent to a money bill and it is introduced in the parliament with his prior permission। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे प्रायर परमिशन ऑलरेडी ले लिया जाता है। नाउ जो कंफ्यूजिंग पॉइंट और जहाँ से क्वेश्चन बनता है वो है फाइनेंशियल बिल्स आर दोज बिल। ये होता है फाइनेंस बिल से, इसमें होता है टाइप 1 एंड टाइप 2। तो इसको समझते हैं। फाइनेंस बिल्स आर दोज बिल दैट डील विद द फिस्कल मैटर, दैट इज रेवेन्यू और एक्सपेंडिचर। However, the Constitution uses the term finance bill in the technical sense। Financial bill are of three kinds। सबसे पहले आपका है आर्टिकल 110 जिसमें आता है मनी बिल। फिर फाइनेंशियल बिल 1 जिसमें आर्टिकल 117। तो ये देखिए 117(1) और 117(3). This classification implies that money bill are simply a species of financial bill। Hence, all money bill are financial bill। यही पीटी क्वेश्चन बनेगा। But all financial bill are not money bill। Only those financial bill, ये इसको समझे, फाइनेंस जो हो गया फाइनेंस बिल इसके अंदर डाल दिया हम लोग मनी फाइनेंस 1 फाइनेंस 2, तो ऑल फाइनेंस बिल आर मनी बिल, ऑल मनी बिल आर नॉट फाइनेंस बिल। तो ये आपका एक हो गया साइलोजिज्म का क्वेश्चन। Only those financial bill are money bill which contain exclusively those matter which are mentioned in article 110, वही आपको money bill में आएगा। These are also certified by the Speaker of Lok Sabha as money bill. The financial bill 1 and 2 on the other hand have been dealt with the article 117 of Constitution। तो 117 आपका एक है और 3 है, दो बीच में गायब है, तो इस चीज को भी समझना है। Now I don't remember the exact year when this question was asked in prelims, but Finance Bill 1 and 2 has already been asked in prelims UPSC, and I don't know year. Let's continue from Finance Bill 1. Finance Bill 1, तो यहाँ मैंने लिखा है and only on the recommendation of President, both introduction but into only in Lok Sabha but not चलिए कंटिन्यू करते हैं। A Finance Bill 1 is a bill that contains not only any or all the matter mentioned in Article 110 but also other matters of general legislation. For instance, a bill that contains a borrowing clause but does not exclusively deal with the borrowing. In those respects, a finance bill first is similar to a money bill. Both of them can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. And B, both of them can be introduced only on the recommendation of President. In all other respects, a finance bill 1 is governed by the same legislative procedure applicable to an ordinary bill. Hence, can be either rejected or amended by the Rajya Sabha, except that an amendment other than for the reduction or abolition of the tax cannot be moved in either house without the recommendation of the President. That is, the recommendation of President is not required for moving amendment making provision for the reduction of abolition of taxes. In case of disagreement between the two houses over such a bill, the President can summon a joint sitting of the two houses to resolve deadlock. When the bill is presented to the President, he can either give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent to the bill or return the bill for reconsideration of the House. तो यहाँ पे reconsideration of House जा रहा है। टाइप 2 में आते हैं, फाइनेंस बिल 2 contains provision involving expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India। यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ क्या लिखा हुआ है, एक्सपेंडिचर, और यहाँ क्या है, ऑर्डिनरी प्लस आपका बोरिंग रिलेटेड कुछ भी लिखा हुआ है तो आएगा। नाउ फाइनेंस बिल 2 पे आते हैं, तो एक्सपेंडिचर फ्रॉम फंड ऑफ इंडिया बट डज नॉट इंक्लूड एनी ऑफ द मैटर मेंशन्ड इन द आर्टिकल 110. It is treated as ordinary bill, and in all respect it is governed by the same legislative procedure which is applicable to ordinary bill. The only special feature of this bill is that it cannot be passed by either house of parliament unless the president has recommended that house the consideration of the bill. Hence, finance bill 2 can be introduced in either house of parliament and the recommendation of the president is not necessary for the introduction of the bill. In other words, the recommendation of the president is not required at the introduction stage but is required at the consideration stage. It can be either rejected or amended by either house of parliament. In case of disagreement between the two houses over such bill, the president can summon a joint sitting of the two houses to resolve the deadlock. When the bill is presented to the president, he can either give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent to the bill or return the bill for the reconsideration of the houses. So we are done. So we will continue with joint sitting of the two houses.